Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we learned that Matriarch Atheta is indeed Liara's father. I was so chuffed. I was so chuffed about that reveal. They left little clues in Mass Effect 2, and I picked up on them, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got that right. And we encouraged Liara to go and have a chat with her dad. I was still umming and ahhing over whether or not Naomi would have done that, because I think it could have gone either way. I can see a universe where Naomi, does get involved, like what happened here, but I can also see a universe where she says, no, it's your choice, Liara. And I think I've been thinking about it. I'm happy with what I picked. I'm happy with what I picked because, to be honest, if I had to describe Naomi's feelings for Liara in a single word, it would be concern. I think at her core, Naomi is worried for Liara. She's worried for what being the Shadow Broker has already turned her into and what it will turn her into further on down the line. And Atheta is a connection to Benezia. It's a connection to Liara's old life. And I think Naomi would think, that'll be good for her. That'll be good for her. She can get some answers about Benezia. Maybe Atheta will be a grounding influence in Liara's life. Yeah, I'm content. I'm content with how I handled that. I think it makes sense for Naomi. Now that you'll had gossip.
I thought about talking to Commander Bailey some more about that guy scamming the refugees.
Really? What'd he say?
Any idea how busy he is? He said I thought about talking to him, not that I did.
Damn it. One of these days I'm going to shoot you.
Nah, you won't. I'm the only one willing to stand here with you all day.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm sure Bailey would listen. If you could, schedule an appointment with him. I'm sure... I'm gonna assume he's pissing on that car. Okay. Yeah, Bailey cares. I do think that Bailey cares. I think he's a decent bloke.
Those Cerberus bastards had us. Assholes. Shit, they just kept coming and coming. And not even sure from where. Fucking hell.
And poor Bilal. They didn't have to take him out like that. Brutal.
So he is dead. Why aren't you telling his dad about that? Why aren't you telling his dad that he's dead? Sirs.
Do you guys have a tab? We're the dancers. I want dancers.
Well, the dance floor's over there.
Not dancers, dumbass. Dancers. I'm here for shore leave, not the Viennese waltz.
I don't,
Oh, come on. If there's an ass shaking somewhere in this station, you guys know where it is.
Okay, on one hand, I can understand, he's clearly uncomfortable, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, why? Because I guarantee if it was a dude saying, oh, I want to put my face in a exotic dancer's ass and just, motorboat the shit out that ass, I guarantee he'd be saying, oh, hell yeah, bro, hell yeah. But I do wonder if it's a woman is saying that about another lady or female presenting lady in case it's an Asari. Girl, if you're making him uncomfortable, you need to back off. But I do wonder if he would be so uncomfortable if she were a dude. And, he was saying the same lines. I feel sorry for that lady. If I remember correctly, she's the only woman on their squad. It's a squad of all dudes and her, and they've all gone out clubbing, and they've left her behind. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. You can have a boys' night out, you can have a ladies' night, but if it is literally, you've got a group of 10, and 9 of them are dudes, or 9 of them are women, At that stage, that's not a guy's night or a lady's night. That's excluding one person. And that ain't on. Oh, damn. Now then, Aria, hello.
Look who's here. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them. Is there anything on your mind?
Everything.
What exactly have I acquired?
An army that's willing to fight dirty, to do the things your respectable militaries won't do. Eclipse mechs and Vorcha legions are excellent candidates for vanguards in any ground offensive. Well worth the little song and dance I had you perform, I'm sure.
I wonder if she says anything different now that she owns them.
Are the Blood Pack falling in line?
With Grill in charge, where all systems go. It's his voice, but my words. Couldn't have asked for a better puppet. The Blood Pack have committed 2,000 Vorcha to the cause. They'll make up the bulk of the army.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I want all the deets.
Is Darner Voss cooperating with you now?
Getting General Araka off the Blue Sun's back did the trick. Voss still thinks he'll be getting me on mine, idiot. But he's committed his veteran soldiers to me. In turn, I commit them to you.
What have we gained by having the Eclipse at our disposal?
A ton of mechs and elite troopers for stealth operations. Sane has turned out to be more malleable than Jonas Adair's ever was. My control of Eclipse runs even deeper than I expected. You surprised me by taking such agency in the matter.
Excellent. Fabulous.
We'll talk later.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm so glad that's worked out for the best. I like Aria. Aria's cool. I don't think I'd go out for drinks with her because I think there's a chance I may end up getting stabbed during the night and I'm not down for that, but oh, I like her.
When we get back to Earth, I'm by.
I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that.
The banner of the 1st Regiment. That should put some steel in their spine.
Yeah, I remember we gave that guy a banner. I hope he's enjoying it. Any gossip over here? No. Okay. What's that? I think I saw the red light reflecting off his arm. Okay, fair play. And of course, I can't not dance. I can't not boogie on down. That's right. Get it, girl. Get it. Yes, feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm, Naomi. Yes. Oh, look at this. Look at him. Oh, he's got a little shuffle going on. Oh, I like that. I like that. You do you, sir. Oh, hot damn. Shake that ass, girl. Go for it. I love this. I love the dance area. Can I have drink, please? Okay, just one. Just one. Something to wet our whistle, and then we go home. Okay, lovely jubbly. Excellent. And with that is this go around the Citadel complete. Excellent. There are still a couple more fetch quests that we have to do, but we don't have the items.
Please select. One moment, please.
There are actually a lot of things that people on the Citadel want. It's just a matter of finding them, and I will find them. I absolutely will. Oh, hello. Hello, keeper friend.
Okay. First deployment is somewhere near Palaven. Reports say not to depend on comms.
I'll leave vid messages then, and you can do the same.
Well, they said that due to concerns about signal congestion, we're supposed to avoid sending messages at all. They're trying to keep war data coming through, so every data packet counts.
So, how am I supposed to talk with you then?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that now, yeah. Okay, so we've heard all of that dialogue. Good to know. Yes, back to the Normandy, and I mean, we haven't done any kind of like, oh, we're going out and doing these, you know, missions. You know what? I'll just double check.
Commander.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to assume that no one will have anything to say. Let's just head out. Let's head out. We've got shit to find. Away we go. Okay, yeah, I still have the same plan as before. I'm going to explore all of these little areas before I even consider going on the priority mission. That is definitely going to be the last thing I do.
Signal confirmed.
Uh-huh. Well, the Reapers are like, Nah, you'll never get me. Never. I don't, you know what, let's just go out. Okay, excellent. Excellent, that is fantastic. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna grab that last. I'm gonna assume that that's a fuel depot. Where is over here. Who are you? Hunador. Hunador is a moderately sized ice world with an extremely thin atmosphere composed of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is unusually smooth, suggesting widespread repaving by cryovolcanic processes, though no such activity is currently evident. Orbital distance 18.68 AU. Orbital period 90.5 Earth years. Radius 3,686 kilometers. Day length 48.2 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.2 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature -202 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.22 G. And you next. Vermal. Vermal is an enormous terrestrial world of mixed rock and ice, with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of calcium with deposits of iron. Because of noxious surface gases, explorers are warned to use extreme caution. Orbital distance 10.38 AU. Orbital period 37.5 Earth years. Radius 10,314 kilometers. Day length 36.3 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.0 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature -61 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.1 G. And third one in, that would be you. Ploba. Ploba is the second and by far the larger of Anateus's two gas giants. Active scans by survey ships have returned tantalizing indications of massive solid structures deep within the atmosphere, too regular in pattern to be anything natural. Some believe Ploba is a Jupiter brain, a planet-sized supercomputer. Adherents of this theory have fruitlessly beamed signals towards the sunken megastructures, hoping to get the machine's attention. Others believe that an ancient spacefaring race disposed of their weapons of war by dumping them into the planet. The last attempt to reach and salvage Ploba's deep anomalies went tragically wrong and ended with a crew of 12 being trapped and crushed in the gas giant's lower atmosphere. Orbital distance 6.93 AU. Orbital period 20.4 Earth years. Radius 74,221 kilometers. Day length 17.3 Earth hours. And Edmos. Edmos is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. If Treben's terraforming is successful, it is expected that a helium-3 fuel refining facility for the system will be set up here. Orbital distance 3.65 AU. Orbital period 7.8 Earth years. Radius 36,826 kilometers. Day length 13.7 Earth hours. At Speak of the Devil, Treben. Treeben is a modest terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Treeben's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. ExoGeniCorp recently performed a test impact of a single water ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and introduce water to the environment. A survey team is on the surface, monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey's team progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites. Orbital distance 1.0 AU. Orbital period 1.1 Earth years. Radius 5,489 kilometers. Day length 41.8 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.84 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 8 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.86 G. Okay, and over yonder. Aha. Okay, credits recovered. Don't mind if I do. And that just leaves... Bless me. Oh, flippin' heck. Remember to cut that out. Okay, that just leaves a gecko. During the initial survey of the Anateus system, only a single flyby probe was spared for the small scorched world of a gecko. It revealed a planet unusually rich in heavier elements given its size. A gecko is a standard terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its crust is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of cobalt and other heavy metals. Due to extremely rough cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. Orbital distance 0.25 AU. Orbital period 0.1 Earth years. Radius 2,147 kilometers. Day length 59.9 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 346 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.25 G. Okay, lovely. And let's just go around to Plutus. Yeah, they're all decently spaced out, and if there are...
I found something.
There we go. Oh, please, please let there be. I need fuel depots in all of the systems. I would like that. Why is there no fuel depot here? That makes me sad. Excuse me. Aria. Aria is a huge hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. Orbital distance 56.05 AU. Orbital period 239.2 Earth years. Radius 78,204 kilometers. Day length 10.0 Earth hours. Nonul. Though it is one of the oldest entries in the star charts, Nonul has not yet been fully mapped. It is the largest body in the asteroid belt of the blue star Plutus, not only large enough to maintain a spherical shape, but also massive enough to retain the noxious carbon and sulfur dioxides venting from its many volcanoes as an atmosphere. Nonul is rapidly volcanic, and the source of its great heat is also the source of its inordinate mass. Nonul is a secondary source of element zero, coalesced around a large chunk of Ezo ejected by a supernova billions of years ago. Surface conditions are extremely hazardous. In addition to the thin crust and numerous magma flows, wide stretches of the landscape are coated with a slippery ash and cinders ejected from the volcanoes. Orbital distance 30.08 AU. Orbital period 94.0 Earth years. Radius 4,439 kilometers. Day length 46.9 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.88 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 127 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.85 G. And you have for us, please give me something right here. Ooh, Special Ops Team Zeta, okay. Okay. The 103rd Marine Division, okay. Thank you kindly, don't mind if I do. How do you pronounce that? Clockrollis, there we go. Clockrollis is a modest rock planet, roughly the size of Mars. It has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of silicate rock with deposits of aluminum and other light metals. Clockrollis has a very weak magnetic field. In addition to very high levels of solar radiation, it is not suitable for Mass Effect Drive discharge operations. Orbital distance, 12.5 AU. Orbital period, 25.2 Earth years. Radius, 3,675 kilometers. Day length, 57.0 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure, 0.37 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature, 161 Celsius. Surface gravity, 0.39 G. Where are the cold planets? We are currently going through a heat wave and I am boiling. I am boiling in the back room. I would like to find the cold planets, please. Maidla. Maidla is a terrestrial planet with a light atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is hot and mainly composed of magnesia with deposits of sulfur. Over a dozen volcanoes are currently erupting across the surface. Not more heat, please. Orbital distance 3.2 AU. Orbital period 3.3 Earth years. Radius 6,914 kilometers. Day length 33.4 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.48 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 497 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.88 G. And who are you? Mingito. I'm about to sneeze again. Bless me! I don't know what's going on with my nose today. Excuse me. Mingito is a sun-baked wasteland of sodium, chlorates, and radioactives. Its relatively light mass has left it tidally locked to the star Plutus, with a dayside hot pole and a nightside cold pole. The powerful solar wind has stripped most of the atmosphere away. Orbital distance 1.8 AU. Orbital period 1.4 Earth years. Radius 4,384 kilometers. Day length 1.4 Earth years. Atmospheric pressure 0.2 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 675 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.44 G. Okay, that is everything grabbed here. Over to Dis with its Leviathan. I still remember the Leviathan of this. I'm never forgetting that codex entry.
Signal confirmed.
Okay, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this is a fuel depot, please. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, actually, we want to be over here. No, not Jatar. This one at the back. Raisha. Raisha is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sodium and ammonia in its atmosphere. During the brief gold rush to Clensal, a few companies established an infrastructural... I'm too hot. My brain doesn't exactly work so good right now. I'm assuming that this is grammatically correct. A few companies established an infrastructural for helium-3 skimming and deuterium mining on Raisha's icy moons. When Clensal proved to be less wealthy than expected, the facilities were stripped for parts and abandoned. Orbital distance 17.98 AU. Orbital period 85.5 Earth years. Radius 34,914 kilometers. Day length 11.5 Earth hours. And where? Aha! Over here. Gramar. Gramar is an icy terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of frozen ammonia with deposits of tin and other light metals. When exposed to sunlight, Gramar's ammonia can melt, forming equatorial seas of the toxic chemical. This has allowed a profusion of simple fungus and lichens to evolve in the low-energy environment. A byproduct of their metabolism causes them to glow very faintly. While the light of an individual is insignificant, large patches seem to reinforce the light of one another and are visible from space. That sounds lovely. That sounds very lovely. Orbital distance 10.0 AU. Orbital period 35.4 Earth years. Radius 3,691 kilometers. Day length 61.7 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature -84 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.28 G. Then you... Klensel. Klensel has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining concerns spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test bores to claim the system for humanity. Oh dear, excuse me, what the hell happened there? What the hell? I do apologise about that. But Klensel had only an average level of mineral wealth, valuable but hardly worth the rush and expense. Merida Industria, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in their first extrasolar mining venture, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Investigation revealed the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in a costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals. Orbital distance 7.15 AU. Orbital period 21.4 Earth years. Radius 5,447 kilometers. Day length 37.2 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.58 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature -35 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.86 G. And what do you have, Klensel? Come on, somewhere. You've got something somewhere, please. Thank you. Oh, more credits. Lovely. Excellent. And then, no, excuse me, let me enter. There we go. Nerum. Nerum is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of basaltic rock. Its most prominent feature is the Elos Rift Valley, a long volcanic divergence zone that stretches across half of the northern hemisphere. Orbital distance 3.15 AU. Orbital period 6.3 Earth years. Radius 6,779 kilometers. Day length 31.7 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.67 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 58 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.82 G. And just Jatar left. Jatar is a terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The surface is hot and primarily composed of unremarkable silicates. Occasional deposits of aluminum, magnesium, and other light metals can be found. Jatar is noted for the discovery of the Leviathan of Dis, the apparent corpse of a genetically engineered living starship. The Leviathan was found in the bottom of a crater by a Batarian survey team and estimated to be nearly 1 billion years old. It disappeared after a visit to the system by a Batarian dreadnought 20 years ago. Since then, the Batarians have steadfastly denied that the Leviathan existed at all. All the more... vociferously, there we go, when showed recordings of the corpse made by Solarian researchers. Orbital distance, 1.85 AU. Orbital period, 2.8 Earth years. Radius, 1,410 kilometers. Day length, 2.8 Earth years. Atmospheric pressure, 0.00 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature, 82 Celsius. Surface gravity, 0.17 G. Lovely. And I'm gonna head over to, I think, Farinata. Yeah, and then I'm gonna bring this episode to a close. Come on, you can make it. You can make it. There we go. Again, please.
I found something.
Okay, is that 2 planets? I think... Oh, no. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, excellent. Alrighty then. In the next episode, we will explore Farinata. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.